Hello everyone, welcome to CodeCrazily channel. So in the previous lecture, we saw what is class, what is object, how to create an object, and how to access method from an object. Right? In today's lecture, we're gonna see about constructors. What is the difference between default constructor and also the parametric constructor, and you can also see the difference between constructor and the methods in all this one example. Okay. Now, uh, as you can see on the screen, there is a class named rectangle. So what is my goal in this program is to find the area of the rectangle. Okay, so for to find the area of the rectangle, first I need two variables, right? Length and breadth. These two attributes, or you should say these are instance variables. Instance variables. Okay, these variables are necessary to find the area of the rectangle. So, to find the area of the rectangle, I am creating a function. Public um, length and breadth will be in int only. So let's take int only. Public int uh, area of rectangle. We will return length into breadth. Right. So we are returning the multiplication of length into breadth, which is the area of the rectangle. This is my method. So now I will create an object. I will create an object for my rectangle, say R1. R1 equals to new rectangle. Now, as I said, you remembered, right, to how to create the object. This is the syntax. You see, you can also write like this, which is just a reference variable. It means it an object is not yet created. We just created a variable, which is R1, but the entire object is not yet created. It means, wait a minute. So when I say an object is created, it means if we create an object with the constructor, it means a memory is allocated for the both length and breadth with R1 as it's a reference variable. Okay, it means for both length and breadth, a memory is created in memory space. Okay, but if I did not give, if I did not call with the constructor, it means if I just give rectangle R1, then it means the memory is not yet created for the length and breadth. Only R1 reference variable is created. That's why uh, you new and default constructor is important to create an object. Okay, so here if we do not give this new rectangle, then this R1 is just called reference variable, which has not yet created within any of the object. Okay, I hope you understood what I meant by when I'm saying object is created. Object is created. Okay, so so this is the creation of the object. Now let's call our method R1 dot area of the rectangle. R1 dot area of the rectangle. If I run this, if I run this, then nothing is showing because I did not give system.out.println. Okay, I will give system dot auto print length. System dot auto print length. Now I will run. Now it's giving me 0 because see here, when my object is created with I have given nothing and my data type is int, so default values will be assigned here, which are 0, which is 0 for the integer. If it is double, then it is 0 0.0. If it is string, then it is null character. Okay, it means the default values will be assigned if I did not have anything. So what I'm going to do now is I will I will define my default constructor. Rectangle. Okay, now I have created my default constructor and I'm gonna define length. Let's say 25 and breadth equals to 40. Okay, breadth equals to 45. So now let me run. Okay, now it gave me the area of the rectangle with the dimensions 25 and 45. For readability, I will say here area of the rectangle. Okay, area of the rectangle is let's see. Area of the rectangle is 11,225 centimeters per square. If you want, you can add that. Centimeter square centimeters. Square centimeters. Okay. 12 centimeters. But what if these are, see, in the default, now you understand how default constructor will act, right? So when creating an R1, I have called the default constructor. So while calling the default constructor, now what after calling the default constructor, what it will happen is it won't take 0, it will assign with 25 and 45. That's why when when my method got initiated, when area of rectangle got initiated, the multiplication of 25 and 45 happened, and hence it returned the multiplication of 25 and 45. Okay, now you understood the default constructor, right? Now we have another constructor which is called parametric constructor, which means what if the user want to give his or her own dimensions, right? For that, why we have parametric constructor called int length. Int length. Now I'm going to say length equals to length, sorry, length and breadth equals to 50 because length is not yet defined here. Now see here, I'm getting confused whether this length is this instance variable or this past value. So in order to get rid of that confusion, we give this. So this keyword, this dot keyword will always refer to instance variables. Okay, this dot keyword will always refer to instance variables. So that's why this dot length equals to length means the user given value is now been assigned with instance variable. So let me create another project which will give the parameter as 89. Okay, and I'm gonna print another statement here. but with the object R. Now let me run. So see, area of the rectangle is 1125 centimeter square and area of the rectangle is 1335 centimeter square, which is the multiplication of 89 and 50. Okay, this is a parameterized constructor. So as I said, constructor is same as the method only, but the difference is it will has same name as the class name, and this constructor will be initiated or called in the object creation implicitly. It means by default it will be called, but whereas method, this method should be explicitly. It means user manually have to call the methods. Okay, constructors are important because it plays an important role in object creation. Only after calling the constructor, the object will be created with the instance variables and all the necessary methods and all. Okay, now let's see another parameter where constructor R3 is equal to no rectangle in which I will pass both my length and breadth. 37, comma 74. I see it's giving me an error because I did not define that constructor yet. So what I'm gonna do? Sorry, inch length and inch breadth. And will create, and now this dot length is equal to length, and this dot breadth is equal to breadth. And I'm gonna calculate the area of this rectangle with the given parameters. And now that, see, it multiplied, it give me the area of 37 and 74. And now these are the values which you can change anytime you want. Like let's say 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. Okay, these are all user defined. I hope you understood the default constructor, parameterized constructor, and also method, and the mainly difference between constructor and the method. Now, now let's see how to, let's see, area of rectangle, one minute. Area of rectangle with the length R1, length and breadth R1 dot breadth. Yes. Okay, what I did was I just accessed my length and breadth. So you can also access not only the what to say methods or constructor, you can also access the attributes. Okay, see now what it will happen. I'm just run it. So see, area of the rectangle with length 25 centimeters and breadth 45 centimeters is to 1125 square centimeters. Correct? Now let's check for every other every other object. but with R2, 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 and this one with R3, mm, R3, and R2. Now let's run and see. Okay, see, area of the rectangle with length 25 and 45 is 11, 89 and 15 is 13, and 3 and 74 is triple 2. Okay, now you understood what is the difference between instance variables and okay. There is one term, these parameters which I have given in the constructor are called global variables. Okay, instance variables are nothing but the inside the class, and these parameters which has been passed after creating a constructor or from the user are called global variables. Okay, these are called global variables. So in order to differentiate between global variables and instance variables, we will use this dot. Okay. Uh, yeah, that's it for parameters and default constructors. I hope you understood how to create an object, how to create a constructors, how to access the constructors, and how to access the methods. Right? Yeah, that's it for this lecture. I hope you understood everything. If you like the content, please subscribe to CodeCrazily channel and also follow me on Instagram. And yeah, that's it for this lecture. Bye bye. Until my next video.